What's up, y'all? Good morning. Happy silly Saturday. Um, I am watching the impeachment trial, so enthralled in this vote and the parliamentary procedures. And somebody is trying to make a point of parliament. Actually, he made a point of inquiry. It should have been a point of parliamentary inquiry, which would have then forced the chair. Now, somebody made a point of order too, which are out of order when we're in the middle of voting. I'm just all enamored and enthralled in just having a parliamentary procedure orgasm. I've been parliamentarian for several organizations and have written many bylaws and stuff like that. So these kinds of things really, make me happy. But good morning. Good morning. It is Saturday. Um, we are here. What I was curious about with what's going on with it is they are voting on whether or not to allow the impeachment managers to subpoena witnesses as well as the defense lawyers' rights to subpoena witnesses and stuff like that and call witnesses. And while they want to call the House Congresswoman that's a Republican that said that she got information or she heard from Kevin McCarthy that Donald Trump called him and told him that he was and told him that he was that the people in the terrorists were more concerned or more upset about the election than he was. And so now they want to call her and stuff like that. But then now the defense lawyers are saying, "Oh, y'all gonna call her? Okay, fine. If y'all gonna call her, we calling Nancy Pelosi to the uh to testify. We gonna subpoena Muriel Bauer, mayor of the Washington D.C. We go subpoena Kamala Harris. We get everybody out here. It's so hilarious. You have it looks like they have the numbers with which to this would pass because about five Republican senators have voted in the affirmative to make it happen. I'm sorry, y'all. I done bogged down our silly Saturday with my enamoring with all things politics that are going on this morning while people are sleeping. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Um, the We're here. It's Saturday. We're silly, and this is going to be silly Saturday. Give me a second while I get me something to drink to lubricate my good throat. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. So sorry, y'all. I love when they do that. I do that in meetings sometimes. When I'm in meetings and people be done saying something, well, I know people want to do something in one of my meetings that I have. And I want to make it a point to let them know, let me shut this issue down in a minute. I do exactly what Chuck Schumer just did. Um, Mr. Chair, I call into question the quorum. And now they got to shut down the whole meeting just to count and see how many people are there to make sure we got a quorum. Oh boy. Or one of my patented points of order when they get out of order. Anyway, we're here. It's silly Saturday. Let me get back to my agenda and my regularly scheduled program. Now I'll go back and watch this. I've had a great morning. I woke up early this morning because I wanted to watch Judas and the Black Messiah this morning. I watched it. It was great. I'm going to watch it again. It was so good. I can't promise you that I will review it because there are some, I'm getting to the point where there are some things that I just want to watch and be able to enjoy it and leave my inner thoughts inside. I'm not saying come on, rum in the lemon tea. Yes, it's so yummy. Um I haven't definitively written off reviewing it, but I'm at the point where I'm thinking about whether I want to review it or not. And yeah, I really want to talk about these impeachment hearings because I owed y'all a I owed y'all a political live yesterday and I got caught up. I went out um with my child yesterday and we went and we did a bunch of stuff and did some shopping and stuff like that. Um and then I came back and as y'all saw last night, I was cranking out reviews. I was watching stuff and cranking out reviews and cranking out reviews and time just slipped away from me and I just didn't get a chance to go live. And I don't want to do a political live right now for Silly Saturday. So just know I owe y'all one. But I'm glad that we haven't done it yet because I do want to get to the end of this trial before I do a political live. So I'll wait until this is over. Certainly, if something real serious comes across my desk, I will just click the button to go live. All right, so a couple things. Let me say hi to y'all as y'all are coming in the room. Come on in the room. Let me say hi. Hey, the head mod is in place and um ready. Hey, L Love. Hey, Nappy Child. Um, New Jones was good, my love. Little baby, quintessential. Hey, everybody, as you all wake up on this Saturday and come in the room and stuff like that. We're here. So glad to be here. I feel like this is not bright enough. Oh, that's why. Um, hey Volvo. Hey everybody in the bushes. Hey everybody. So let me start off. Did I? Oh, let me start off with our Black History stuff. I told you that we would have Black History segments during this month. The writer in me and the writing instructor in me um wanted to highlight some people in writing. Three individuals. I'm going to have more than three today, but the first three individuals are all in the in the subject of writing and literature. First, most of you should know the first person who I'm going to name in the form of Phyllis Wheatley, who was born in she was born in Gambia, and she was bought by a white family in Boston, and she taught herself to read and write, and wrote a book of poems called Poems on Various Subjects, Religious and Moral. And that is the first, she's the first African American to publish a book of poetry, and that was in 1773. As much as we like to make about these yet to be United States of America, I always have to remind people the North always tries to act like they were so much better than the South, but slavery was legal in every one of the 13 colonies when they signed the Declaration of Independence. When that was signed, every state of the 13 original colonies was still allowing slavery. There was still slave trades happening all over the United States, in the North and the South. I already told y'all about Lower Manhattan because I had to go look that up myself. Child. Wheatley, little baby, I didn't know you went to FAMU. Okay. You talk about Wheatley Hall at FAMU? Okay. I didn't know you went to FAMU, little baby. If you talk about the weekly hall at FAMU, shout out, little baby. Ew. Um, so that's Phyllis Wheatley. If you don't know who Phyllis Wheatley is, um, yeah, you should know that. Um, in 1746, though, the first known, and I'm going to say known, the first known poem written by a Black American was called, quote, Bars Fight. It was written by Lucy Terry in 1746. So, as you all can see, Black women have been very involved and very invested in literature and poetry and in writing. Uh, when we talk about the history of this country, and that woman's name once again is Lucy Terry, and she wrote that poem called titled "Bars Fight" in 1746. Um, she was a slave who lived in Rhode Island, which is in the north. Um, she became free at the age of 26 after marrying a free Black man. So she only became free once she got married. And our third person in Black history with regard to literature and writing is a gentleman by the name of William Wells Brown. William Wells Brown was an activist. He was a hey King Roman News, what's going on? Glad to see you here. Glad to see you here. William Wells Brown was an activist. He was an abolitionist. He was a lecturer. He was a scholar and an academic. And he is noted as having had the first novel published ever by a Black American or an African American. He had the first novel published by a Black person in these yet to be United States of America. The title of his novel was Clotel, or The President's Daughter. That's the title of his novel. So shouts out to those three. Just wanted y'all to know. Um, I found this information a week before last. Hey Des, what's going on? Shondo's in the building for all the people coming through. I thought this was a name that you all should know and that you all should probably be aware of. We call ourselves African Americans, Black Americans, or whatnot. But that, some people argue what that means. But I'm going to tell you the name of what is believed to be. Now, there might be, cases before that, but the first recorded known Black person to be born in the 13 original colonies in these, stuff like that. The first known Black person, meaning a child born of slaves in the 13 colonies, was born in Jamestown, Virginia in 1624. It was a boy. His name was William Tucker. William Tucker. That is a name. His parents were part of the first group of Africans brought to the colonial soil by Great Britain. His name is William Tucker, and he is the first recorded and known child that was born of Africans in these yet to be United States of America, which technically makes him the first African American or Black American, maybe. I don't know. I thought it was an interesting. Maybe I'm looking at this wave, or maybe y'all looking at me like, you know what? It's not that serious. But I found it really, really, really cool. I never had heard that name. Had never heard that name. So I wanted y'all to know that. We almost done with our Black History facts. I saw some. Oh, here's what I found. Ladies, you might want to know this, especially this week after the whole Gorilla Glue incident. Here's the name of the person. It's a Black person that invented the hair weave. Her name is Christina M. Jenkins, and she applied and earned the patent for the first sew-in or hair weave in 1952. It got overturned in 1967, but she did apply and received and earned the first patent for it in 1952, and her name is Christina M. Jenkins out of Louisiana. And she eventually relocated to Ohio. She invented the first hair weave. Y'all might want to know where this weave come from. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I thought that was, something that my women's is in the chat would like to know. It was one more thing I thought I had in my list that I wanted to tell y'all about. Oh, the first. Remember how I told y'all that the first that when they signed the Declaration of Independence, every state in these yet to be United States, all 13 colonies at that time, allowed slavery. The first state that outlawed slavery was and banned slavery was Vermont, and that was in 1777. So just so you know, the first slave I'm sorry, the first state that banned slavery was Vermont. That was in 1777. Those are our Black History facts of this week's Silly Saturday. I hope y'all enjoyed them. Oh, and really be, you done missed all our Black History facts too. Look at you. I look for you to be here to back me up. Right, King Roman. Shouts out to Vermont. Shouts out to Vermont. So, couple things, not a whole lot going on this week. I'm not going down the road to talk about Gorilla Glue Girl. Hey, Tanya, what's good, girl? We ain't talking about Gorilla Glue Girl. But those of you of a certain age, and this is for my reviewers as well, and I think us as reviewers, when and if this happens, we have to pay homage to the OG. We have to pay homage to the OG, the original gangster, the one who started it all. So I've been watching this, and it looks like they've already started filming, well, finished filming. MTV is doing the Real World New York again with the original cast. Let me say again. MTV is doing the Real World New York again with original cast. They've already wrapped up filming, and they're gonna. I don't know whether or not it's gonna be a new Real World. They filmed. They had them stay not only not only had the original cast there, but they had them stay in the original loft in New York where they stayed that's like 30 some odd years ago. When did I think that because Real World came out, I want to say like 1990. I think somewhere around there. So this is epic because the Real World is what started reality TV as we know it. I don't think Tammy was on New York. I thought Tammy was in Los Angeles. Was the Tammy on the second season? She might have been on the first season. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Yeah, I thought Tammy was in season 2. I didn't think she was in New York. I thought she was LA. Wasn't LA season 2? I thought she was in LA. I don't think she was in New York on that original cast. But now it's not definite, but they have done filming and taping, and that has already been verified. So I don't know if they're doing taping as a part of something that they're trying to do just for MTV, or if there's actually going to be a new MTV Real World New York series. And for the youngins in the room, and for the people who do not know, there is no reality television if not for the Real World on MTV. At the time, it was revolutionary. At the time, we had never seen anything like it. And MTV made a good coin off of it because it was cheap to do. and it was something that changed the face of television. It was wildly successful. MTV at that time um, was mainly still in the business of just doing music videos. They had certain shows like Yo MTV Raps and different little shows, but all of that was still centered around music videos and things like that. And this was programming that MTV was able to do for that was cheap and wildly successful. I mean, if you remember back then, the real world was much must see TV. Like you were enamored. You went to school the next day and talked about, oh, did you see what happened on the real world? Child. Just like everybody kind of gets enamored with some of the reality TV shows, like some of the housewives and all of the other shows. Um this was think if there was only one reality show, it was that big, and there was no it wasn't scripting, it wasn't oh, we gonna set this up, oh, we gonna make sure we orchestrate this and have the timing. Oh no. And the thing that made it um more interesting was these people stayed in the same house with each other. So you can cuss me out, drag me, throw water at me, and bitch, we still live in the same house. So girl, where you going? You ain't got nowhere to go. So it was like both reality TV with a mix of Big Brother a little bit, even though unlike Big Brother, they are locked in the house. They could still go out and come and go, through the day and stuff like that. But it was really, really, really um revolutionary. And like I said, those of us who review shows, especially those people who frequent reality TV, you got to pay homage to the OG. So if this is something that is coming back out, um I'd love to see reviewers go and review it. Y'all, listen, I'm working you, Daffy Shaw. I apologize, Daffy Shaw. I'm over here working Daffy Shaw's death. Daffy Shaw is working overtime, getting y'all links to everything that that I put. I got to start sending my links to Daffy Child so she could already have it. But I appreciate it because she always sometimes give links to things that aren't my particular links or articles that I have, and it kind of verifies and validates the things that I say because it's not just me spewing from one source. Anyway, but shots out, thank you to Nappy Child Head Mod for doing what she do because she is spitting this morning. But what are your thoughts on that? I really want to know. Um, I really now, if I'm being honest, I kind of watched the first Real World, but Los Angeles, I watched more, but the one that really, 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 I was like here with was season 3, which was wasn't that San Francisco? I think it was when you had Pedro, the Hispanic guy that had HIV, and then he was dating the black guy, and he died. I think that was San Francisco. I think it was, but um, I remember that, and that's the one where I was like, "Ooh, they got me with that one." I was really I remember Tammy on the second season because that's why I was like, I don't remember her in the first season. And I watched the first season, but I wasn't as vested in the first season. But by the time I got to that third season, I was here. I was here. So and I remember watching the Real World all the way through shoot when I was in college and then after I got out of college. So um I would um yeah, that was the season with Puck. That was the season that had Puck. Um a lot of what it means to be a reality TV star and a lot of the stereotypical roles and villains and protagonists that you see on these shows now stem from the old days of the real world. And it was a long time before you started seeing other reality shows. Like the other networks didn't come into doing reality TV until well after the real world was had been a big thing by that point. And I'm really surprised that reality TV didn't catch on as quickly as it could have, mainly because I just don't know, because it was cheap. And I think more so at that time network television catered to more of our parents' generation, and our parents' generation wasn't here for reality TV. They wanted no parts of that mess. They liked their scripted sitcoms and their scripted dramas, and they kept it at that. And so the reality TV was mainly, geared toward the younger generation, the teens and the 20 somethings. And so, and even to a certain degree, maybe some of the early 30 somethings. But, and so that was the MTV of the world that would do that and cater to that population. Now, VH1 back then was not, VH1 was, people didn't really even watch a VH1 back. I remember VH1 back in the day. Nobody watched VH1. VH1 showed music videos, but it was all about MTV. There was people didn't really watch VH1. So I think, if I'm being honest, reality TV saved VH1 as a network. It was it was reality TV that saved VH1 as a network, because nobody was watching that network. Nobody. They need to really rethink whether or not they're going to get rid of Mona Scott Young, because Mona Scott Young should be CEO of VH1 by this point. But I ain't gonna start there. The shift to reality happened after the writers' strike, because it was cheap to produce and they didn't need writers or real. Yes, I forgot about that part. Really, I remember the writers' strike. That was a big thing. Because the writers' strike. It was the writers' strike. Um, God, what year was that? Somebody gonna tell me what year the writers' strike. But there was a little bit. I think before the writers' strike, Survivor had come out. Had Big Brother come out? What year was the writers' strike? Because Big Brother, the first year Big Brother, I want to say was 2000. It was either 2000 or 2001, because I remember I was still in college. Um, yeah, nobody listened to watch VH1. Hey Southern you lady. Oh, you a Southern University girl? Come on, Southern University. I remember Road Rules. Road Rules was good. I was young. I watched MTV back then. I watched all, and so BET got into the fray when they started to do College Hill. Loved College Hill. Um, and even when MTV started doing um like even on their shows where they would play videos, they still had like little segments and stuff with the guy Hits on the Street, who I had a really big crush on. The guy from Hits on the Street. Remember the guy Hits on the Street? The tall, slim guy, real cute to me. I don't know why I had a big old crush on him. But it was it. Remember he would go to colleges and stuff like that. Remember he did Musa Moo. Was it Musa Moo or Me Fi Me? I think it was Musa Moo or something like that. I can't remember, child. Oh God, those were the good old days. The good old days. The writer's strike, I want to say it was 2000. It was early 2000s. It was the early 2000s. But you did start to see an explosion of reality TV after that. Um, no Jaws lived in your neighborhood. Oh, okay. Child. Child. But yeah, reality, and a lot of people credit Survivor for really pushing the okay, it was 0708. Thank you for really pushing reality TV, but that it wasn't Survivor, it was Real World. Survivor is when reality TV hit regular network television. But before that, but it was Real World is the one that started it all. The real, you think you know, but you have no idea. Was Dina on SU's get show? Show. I'm good friends and I shouldn't say good friends, but acquaintances, I should say, with one of your former presidents, Ralph Slaughter. Going to dinner with him, hung out with him, call him every now and again to get advice on certain things. But good old Ralph Slaughter, he's a beast. He's not one to be fucked with. Anyway, you know what? You might have if you might have to do a real search for it. I wonder if BET has if you do go to BET Plus, if they have all of those old shows from College Hill on there and stuff like that. So anyway, but the writer's strike hit a lot of shows hard, hard. Oh yeah, and I remember that. Yeah, really be thank you for that information. I had forgot all about the writer's strike. There was reality television before then, but yeah, the writer's strike was like, yeah, we're here for it. Should have kept College Hill, but they like to fight. So, but even when they have good scripted dramas, BET always dropped the ball on that. I was real upset with what they did with the Quad. I loved the Quad, and it wasn't just because a friend of mine was on the show. Um, Drum Major Danny, the little drum major that got kicked out. I know him from the March of 100 or whatnot in my section as well. And so I, started off watching the show because I had a vested interest because my friend was on it. But I generally liked the writing in it and I liked the acting in it. It was a really good show. And they just dropped the ball and said, okay, we're not going to do that anymore. And I was like, because they had Anika Noni Rose as the president, and they had Jasmine Guy as one of the professors and on the board. And stuff. It was a really good show. And I didn't like they didn't do right by that show. Which I think gave you more of a 21st century look into what's going on in colleges and really started to unravel and unpack some of the struggles that HBCUs have with finances. It even introduced a conversation between PWI and H versus HBCU. It talked about the financial situations and the fact that you got to cater to certain alumni and the fact and all of those things that go along with um having an HBCU, homecomings and so forth, and fraternities and sororities and stuff like that. So it really was a really well written show. And they thought that it was more important to put trash on like being Mary Jane and all kinds of other garbage that I don't like. Oh, girl. Since we talking about this, since I'm already talking about television, let me get my television talking out of the way. Let me see if I had any other topics about television. But going back to what I was saying, the real world, we here for it. Bell Collective last night. I don't know if you watched my review yet, but if and when you watch it, I need comments on this Letitia and Glenn situation because I wasn't here for it. The whole situation with Letitia and Glenn, I wasn't here for it. Wasn't here for none of it. That's not how you handle child. You haven't seen it yet, child. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I want people to go and watch my review really be, and I want them to leave authentic comments. And I know that that people are going to be in their feelings about some of my commentary. I don't care, but I was here for it. But what I will say, listen, I need a drink of water. That Glen, mm, whoosh, mm, baby, we gotta cool ourselves off. Cause that young man right there, hold on. Ooh, she fucking off. That's a fine piece of man right there. Mm, that's that. Now that is what you call husband material, man. Child. And did you see the pictures that she showed when they was young and he was real, and he was young and real fine? Girl, you playing. Girl, Letitia, you playing, girl. Girl, you playing. You playing? You is playing. Girl, you playing. Girl. Girl. Letitia. Letitia. Please, and now that he's been on television, you know how many skanks across the the plains of Mississippi, the delta of Mississippi, that are now clamoring to get up at that young man. Every time he leave his house, some skank gonna be throwing her coochie at him. Girl, you playing Letitia. You playing too many reindeer games. Letitia was real cute back in the day. You could tell she gained a lot of weight over the years, but she was real cute back in the day. I'm not saying she's not cute now, but back in the day, I was like, okay, I see you, bitch. Bitch, I see you. Girl, but those wigs she be wearing don't be cute. Girl, I don't see how she had the nerve to talk about Antoinette wig. Girl, Letitia. Girl, I don't know nothing about hair, nothing about wigs. I don't even get into wigs and fashion. But girl, if I'm over here talking about your wig, child. Well, she mentioned that I'm not going to give away the episode because I know there may be some people who haven't seen it yet. But she mentioned it again on this episode, and she went into a little more detail than she did in the first episode. I was like, I don't know. Them wigs, they just don't work. I don't know if they supposed to look raggedy like that. Like if it's supposed, maybe it's supposed to be a disheveled look. I know y'all talk about shake and go wigs or whatever. Maybe this is that what a shake and go wig is? Child, I don't know. But what I do know is we weren't here for none of we ain't here for none of her wigs, none of it. So yeah, mm. Well, go check out that review. I need your comments on my commentary. Because fake, real, or unreal, it still sparks a conversation about when these situations happen. So I'd like to know your thoughts on what I no, she just raggedy her week. Okay, so it's not just me, her week's a damn mess. Okay, she's just a damn mess, just a damn mess. Girl. So here's the story. Here's a story of a lovely lady. No. My next story from this week, I'm gonna read the y'all know this is one of those stories where I just read the title first and give y'all a moment to digest the title. Okay, let me read the title of this article for y'all. Just give y'all a moment to digest this, okay? Florida man. Let me stop there. I ain't even got to go no further. You know, if it's from my home state of Florida, dear God, y'all love to pick on my home state of Florida. It's gonna be fuck shit, fuckery, and fucktitude going on. with my home state of Florida. And when you hear the first two words of the title of an article are Florida man or Florida woman, it's downhill from there. It's all downhill from there. Let me read this article. Title for y'all. Y'all go from there. I'm gonna let y'all add y'all commentary from there. The article is entitled Florida man Joseph Davis stole his engagement ring from his fiance to propose to his girlfriend. Just let that sit right there. Let that sit right there. Yeah, just saying. Oh, I'm gonna read that title one more time for y'all. Listen, listen. Florida man Joseph Davis stole his engagement ring from his fiance to propose to his girlfriend, or I guess that would be his other girlfriend. Um, a Florida man stole an engagement ring and wedding bands from his fiance slash girlfriend and used them to propose to another girlfriend, according to authorities. Volusia County Sheriff's Office. Volusia County is what city is Volusia County? Is that up by St. Augustine? Is it Volusia County by St. Augustine? I don't remember. Volusia. Because I know, don't you go Brevard County, then Volusia County, then Duval County? Girl, I don't know. Um, Child. Anyway, Volusia County Sheriff's deputies said Thursday they issued an arrest warrant for Joseph Davis, 48, who had not been found as of Friday. Their investigation started earlier this year when a woman from Orange City, Florida, told detectives she had discovered her boyfriend was actually engaged to someone else. When she looked up the fiance's Facebook page, she noticed a photo of her wearing a wedding band and engagement ring that was identical to her own from a prior marriage, the sheriff's office said in a news release. Wait, wait, wait. Let me read that again. When she looked up the fiance's Facebook page, she noticed a photo of her wearing a wedding band and engagement ring that was identical to her own from a prior marriage, the sheriff's office said in a news release. When the Orange City woman checked her jewelry box, she found her rings were missing, as were several other pieces of jewelry, including a diamond ring that belonged to her grandmother. The total value of the stolen property was $6,270, according to the sheriff's office. Davis once took the fiance to a house that actually belonged to the Orange City woman while she was at work and claimed it was his. He then asked the fiance to move in with him, but then he disappeared. By that time, the fiance discovered her laptop, computer, and jewelry were missing, the sheriff said. So wait a minute. Hey, it's me, D. What's going on? So, oh, that's Daytona? I thought Daytona was Alachua County. You're right. That is Volusia County. That might be Volusia County, child. That is Daytona. I know it was somewhere around there, around Brevard County area. But anyway, um, so let's piece this together. What it looks like. Let's y'all know we good for piecing things together here. Let's piece this together. So Joseph Davis, I'm going to tell you he is black. Just go ahead and end that for you. He is black. Okay. This is Joe. Okay, this is Joe. Joe was dated first chick number one. Okay. Joe dated chick number one, bought her an engagement ring and wedding band. But here's my, so were they married? Because they don't say that that's his ex-wife. They just say it's his fiance. Regardless, whatever she was, we're gonna call this girl number one. He was with her, gave her an engagement ring and wedding band. But who does that? You only give the engagement ring. You don't put the wedding band on until you actually get married. But whatever. At some point, it looks like the relationship went awry, and um, he was like, she was like, "Fuck you." He was like, "Fuck you too," and they parted ways. She kept the ring. Dude went and found him another bust down woman to steal from girlfriend, and decided, oh, I want to buy her a ring too because I love her like that, and went and got and broke into the woman's house, stole the old wedding ring and wedding band, engagement ring and wedding band, and stole the girl grandma ring or something like that. What she say? A diamond ring that belonged to her grandmother, and went and proposed to girlfriend number two. Girlfriend number one. Wait a minute. So from what I understand, girlfriend number one. Oh no. Okay, now I got it. Both, he was dating both of them. Technically engaged to both of them. Y'all see how convoluted this is? Right. He got a whole harem. Hey, E. Starkey, he got a whole ass harem going on. I'm confused. Okay, so they never broke up. He's still engaged to girl number one, okay? Girl number one, he's still engaged to. Let's clear that up. She goes on Facebook. Well, no, she found out that her boyfriend was actually engaged to someone else. And he was like, engaged to someone else. My question is, but whatever. I ain't gonna go into all of that. So she go on Facebook and look, and she heard chick's name. She go on Facebook and looks up chick number two. She looking on chick number two's Facebook page, and she was like, "What's that on her finger? Wait a minute, that ring look mighty damn familiar. I know that shit. I know we got baguettes around my ring too, girl. Girl, let me go check. Let me go do some investigations to make sure that this is exact, because I know this bitch ain't buy another hold the same exact same kind of ring I got. Trifling ass bitch. And she goes and looks in her jewelry box and like started like, I know you the fuck lying. That's what you said. That's what she said. Oh bitch, I know you the fuck lying. She started digging in this good jewelry box. It probably ain't got that much jewelry in it, but she digging for her life, honey. Digging for her life. I know the fuck you like just throwing shit everywhere. I know this bitch. Bitch, is that my? Go back to the Facebook page and start looking harder like, bitch, I know the fuck this hoe don't got on my motherfucking. Oh, hell no. Nah. I'm sure she went and called him. He ain't answer the phone because he probably knew he did not answer the phone. So here's where the story gets confusing to me, y'all. That last paragraph where it says Davis once took the fiance to a house that belonged to the Orange City woman. Okay, so he took girl number two to a house to the house that belonged to girlfriend number one when she was at work, and said, "Oh, this is my house." And he said to girlfriend number two, "Do you want to move? Why don't you move in with me in this house?" that wasn't his house, that actually belonged to girlfriend number one. And then I guess she agreed to move in, but then he disappeared. Girl. Laptops and jewelry missing. Child, child, he in the wind. He done found him another unsuspecting victim. Girl, he done found him some other unsuspecting victim with which to um y'all want to see what this young man looks like? I'm sure you all are clamoring to see what this young man looks like. Give me a second. Let me show y'all what he looked like. Show y'all what he looked like. Hold on, y'all. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. All right. I know y'all want to know what this young man looked like. Let me get this up and functional. And all right. So here is a picture of that young man. So if you're in the if you're on the eastern shore of Florida, round about the Brevard, Volusia, Alachua, Duval County area, and you see this young man, just know, don't accept no engagement rings from him. I'm just saying, don't even do it to yourself. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. But that's what he looked like. Child, a mess. A damn mess. Just a damn mess. Anyway, he do look like dude from the Green Mile. He do look like him. He do look like him. What was the dude named that? He dead now. But what was the dude named from the Green Mile? I don't remember his name. Wasn't he married to Omarosa at some point? Or dating Omarosa at some point before he died? Child, I don't know. Anyway, this is a story that I found. I'm not going to even go into the article. I'm just going to read Michael Duncan. Thank you. Michael Clark Duncan. Michael Clark Duncan, I think was his name. I'm just going to read the title and give y'all a few details from said article. But the title alone is enough for us to try to unpack. Yeah. Hey, so Jeff, what's good? So yeah, he was engaged to Skankarosa. Okay, I thought they was together. Okay, they didn't get married because he died. Okay, I remember before he died. I remember them being together before he died. So, I'm gonna read this because there's a lot to unpack just with this, the title of this article alone. So it says Herschel Walker's gay son, Herschel Walker's gay son, Christian, got banned from TikTok for being MAGA and a bad dancer. Let me read that again. Ignore the bad grammar in the title. I mean, you just gotta go with it. But it said Herschel Walker's gay son Christian got banned from TikTok for being MAGA and a bad dancer. Herschel Walker, phenomenal running back, former NFL running back, great athlete, one of the greatest athletes ever. Has a son named Christian who is openly gay and feminine. Not that that means anything, but I'm just adding, context. He's extremely conservative. He is one of the MAGA people. Team Monique. I mean, MAGA. Um, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to make that dig at Team Monique, but I couldn't help myself. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm surprised Really B ain't pop out the bushes for that, because Really B is Team Monique, and she's gonna cuss me out for that. She's gonna cuss me out. Anyway, but okay. So Herschel Walker's son, Christian. Now I saw so Jeff. Years ago, about a year or two ago, I should say, I had read some stuff on a Good Morning, Mr. Fit Brown dude. We talked about the impeachment. We were talking about that earlier when I was having a whole parliamentary procedure orgasm at the beginning of the live, talking about all of the things that were going down when they were voting. Because when I went live, they had literally just finished going through the roll and counting the votes for whether or not to subpoena witnesses, and one of the Republicans changed their vote from nay to aye. And so, if you know parliamentary procedures, someone who was a no vote or a nay vote does have the right to change their vote to aye or yes, but somebody who voted yes does not have that same privilege and right. The only thing that you can have people who abstained change their vote to aye, or you can have somebody who voted no change their vote to aye. And that's a little bit of parliamentary procedures, that stuff like that. Conservators, I did. No, I said conservative. We were talking about Herschel Walker's son. Herschel Walker's son is openly gay. Just he's one of the girls. Hey girl, hey. Okay. Oh, okay. So he's been on TikTok. I remember they was going in on him on Twitter. The Rainbow Coalition was going in on him on Twitter because he's a staunch MAGA supporter. And he has a lot of self-soiling viewpoints on things. I mean, doubly. First, as him being a black man. Secondly, as him being a black gay man. But secondly, as him being a gay man, which is a whole thing. Hey, Belize, what's going on, my love? So, I mean, now he says that he's being banned from TikTok because he's not pro-black and because he's a black conservative. He says that the cancel culture is making the founding fathers roll in their grave, Lord, because but I mean, I would cancel some most, if not all, of the founding fathers myself, because all of them owned slaves. So if we're in the business of canceling people, I would cancel the founding fathers too. Them fuck bitches own slaves, so I ain't here to be, high fiving them. Don't do it anyway. But I find it funny when you have these individuals who now in the day of a post Trump presidency, now they feel like they're the victim. Now there's this whole thing where now they're becoming the victim. All of them are the victims. Oh, we are an oppressed people. They're going to be the new minority. Please understand. MAGA people are about to turn themselves into the new minority. And they will be all over the fruited plains, all over your television screens, all over Al Gore's good internet, telling you all about how they are an oppressed people, and they're a minority and nobody understands them and everybody's hating on them. Just a mess. Just a So here's one of his comments about being banned from TikTok, just that he tweeted out. He says their platform is so, quote, pro-black, end quote, and allow people of color to publicly bully white people. But when they have a black conservative who doesn't subscribe to that way of, but when they have a black conservative who doesn't subscribe to that way of thinking, they ban them. Wow. I'm just, mm. I just want to let this sit there and let y'all wrestle with this young man. It's the self-hatred for me. It's the enabling and revering people, things, and entities that are out to kill you, destroy you, stifle you, and silence you. Girl. Exactly, Belize. But we as black people get accused of always playing the victim. We as black people, the most oppressed people, probably in the history of human civilization. Black Americans are some of the most oppressed people in the history of human civilizations. Let's be clear. Let's be very clear. But we're always asked to get over it. We're always told that we're playing victim and stuff like that. A mess. A whole mess. Well, his dad. Child. What's so funny is, remember, Herschel Walker is, I know he went to school at either in Alabama or Mississippi, one of those two. He went to a big school. He went to, was it University of Alabama or was it Georgia? Where did Herschel Walker go? I should know this. I really know that I know this. And when y'all tell me, I'm just going to be like, yeah, you knew that. Where did Herschel Walker go? Damn it. I don't remember, but I know he's from the South. And you have a lot of these people, black people from the South, a lot of times that amass a little bit of money and quickly forget the atrocities that took place early on. It was Georgia. Thank you. I knew it was somewhere in the South. And you see, I called out Georgia and I was like, was it Georgia? But my brain just couldn't, remember. But I knew it was somewhere in the South. Look at Charles Barkley. Look at Charles Barkley. He falls in that whole vein of people that grew up in areas that is very racist, and then they amass a certain amount of money and are able to uproot themselves out of that area, and now they forget it. Now they want to align themselves with their oppressors. Just a mess. Just a damn mess. What happened was, how this all happened is a guy asked all of his followers to um go and report the video to TikTok, and that was the impetus for TikTok. Now I'm gonna see if I can play, because it's not on YouTube. It's on Twitter, so I feel safe playing this. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me peruse it real fast. Make sure there isn't any um peen, balls, vagina, areolas, nipples, booty holes, or anything. Looking, looking, looking. Everything looks good. Okay, it looks good. Yeah, everything on here looks good. All right, we're good. All right. So let me play the video for y'all, and y'all can look at it yourselves. Hold on one moment, because y'all might want to see the video that this is the video that a TikTok user made that ended up getting him banned. Um, is so all right, there we are. Let me make this big first. So let's make this big. Right, there we go. Here's the video. Oh, it's no sound. Okay, hold on. Okay, the sound is not there. Hold on. Where's my sound? Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I hate that I have to keep doing that. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, there it is. I forgot to click the share audio. I hate that you have to do that every time. The share audio situation is so stupid. All right, let me go back. Let me play it from the beginning. Here we go.
And now, back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me this morning on TikTok, but deleted the video. Christian Walker was good. Earlier today, Christian Walker made a video about me, basically saying that ever since I stopped doing the impression videos, I'm getting no views and I have no brand. And in this video, it's a screen recording of him scrolling through my TikTok, and you can see that he's reported so many of my impression videos. And that explains why I was banned from TikTok for 2 weeks and why I'm shadow banned, because almost every impression video I made, you and your cult followers reported it for harassment and bullying. Look, love, I know deep down inside you're hurting because you're not the straight masculine man that your father wanted you to be. So you created this whole image for yourself of being this loud and obnoxious conservative to get his approval and validation. And guess what, baby? It's not cute. Baby, let me be the first to say that I do not need your name for clout. I did another impression video of another conservative that I don't like, and that video did just as good as the other one. I could have kept it pushing without your name. I stopped making impression videos because it was fun while it lasted, but I have career aspirations outside of TikTok, baby. I don't want to be an influencer, and I don't thrive off of internet attention. Since when is being a loud and obnoxious conservative a brand? Baby, you need help. I know you're hurting. Go to therapy. And now, back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me this morning on TikTok, but deleted the video.
Joe, that Mama was mad. Mama was real bad. She was like, "Girl, I don't see it for you." The part that got me where he was like, "Because you're not this masculine man, it's your father wanted you to be." I was like, "That's why you became this conservative, this black conservative, to try to appease your father." I was like, y'all, y'all, these girls be doing the absolute most. Do you hear me? What's my time looking like? Right. Child, just a mess. Just a damn mess. Let me see what Mr. Fit Brown dude sent me. He sent me an article. See if we got time to go through this. Black hospital faces vaccine mistrust from unlikely source in the heart of a black neighborhood hard hit by COVID-19. A community hospital faces resistance to vaccination from its own workers. That's unfortunate. Dr. Rita McGuire, an obstetrician and infection control specialist at Roseland Community Hospital, talks Friday, January 29, 2021, with staff members about taking the COVID vaccine. McGuire says countering misinformation and mistrust about vaccinations is a daily battle. Many workers have not forgotten about those studies where they used us as experiments, McGuire said, including the infamous Tuskegee research on blacks with syphilis. I'm just perusing. Mm, mm. All right. So that's talking about, hey, Abby, the vaccine situation. I I try not to entertain the whole notion about what's going on, Janice, about black people being afraid to get vaccinated, because that enters into the zeitgeist more. Um, it proliferates this notion that we as black people are not here for the vaccine. There's a lot of people speaking loudly about being afraid of the vaccine, but there's a lot of people that are loudly saying, yes, I took the vaccine, I'm waiting for the vaccine, and we're here for the vaccine as well. And I mean, a lot of the reasons and rationale that people are giving for being afraid and I'm gonna wait just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't pass the sniff test. And let me drink some water before I'm still say it, but I need to drink some water before I say it. It's based in so much falsehoods that when you hear people making statements about the vaccine and things like that, you have to call into question some of the intelligence of some of these people. I mean, let's speak common sense. I'm not going to even go down the road where you have to be, somebody who is, you know, the most intelligent person, most learned person in the world. But it would be like your parents saying, I want you to eat your broccoli tonight. And you telling your mama, I think the broccoli gonna kill me because um I just know people done died from eating broccoli before. And your mama saying to you, let me show you that the broccoli's not going to kill you. I'm going to eat the broccoli. See, I'm still alive. Nothing happened. And as a child, you go, oh, it is okay to eat broccoli. You eat your broccoli. Now, it might not taste too good, but it didn't kill you, and it actually is good for you. That's what we have going on. How rational is it for me to think that they're giving out vaccines, and if there was anything to call into question about the vaccine, would it be rational for them to say we're going to give it to all of the healthcare professionals first? The very same people whose job it is to go through the process by which the vaccine was approved and things like that. The very same people whose job it is to develop and make vaccines and be in the field and be in the industry and do all the things that could get us to a point where we get past this. How rational would that be for you to say, but I'm gonna give this vaccine to them? We don't know what it's gonna do. It might kill them, it might give them all kind of diseases, and we just gonna make them the guinea pigs. That's not how that works. That's not even critically, that's not even thinking critically. Why it doesn't make, it's not logical for people to make that argument. Well, I'm gonna let them go ahead and kill off all of the it's like you said, well, I'm gonna let them go ahead and kill off all of the doctors and healthcare professionals and nurses and stuff first, because when they kill them all, then they're gonna fix it. Who Because you done killed off a whole, generation of doctors and nurses and everything. So i'm I'm trying to make sense of some of the nonsensical. I'm trying, but is that anyway? I just don't understand. Don't understand. Mind you, there are more side effects and more people who get who have adverse effects from the vaccinations and inoculations that people take to get into school than there are from the COVID vaccine. But we got people over here, oh no, oh, they trying to kill us. Oh no, I'm gonna let them try it on them because I just don't know. Because they might be trying to kill us all off. Newsflash, they don't have to try and kill us off. There's already a virus and a disease that's doing that. I just, it just baffles the mind. It baffles the mind. It baffles the mind. I'm just, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just I have no word. I'm almost speechless, and I'm never speechless about anything. But it baffles the mind. Some of the things that people conjure up to explain away or orchestrate some reasoning and rationale. Now, I'm not talking about, now there is a specific group of people in this world and in this country that, and they've already spoken to their medical professionals, and they know that they may be at risk because of the nature of the vaccine, with certain medications that they have, or with certain illnesses that they have with their bodies and things like that. Those people notwithstanding, those people, I'm sure, already know who they are, because when you're in those kind of conditions, you're already in good standing with your doctor, and you and your doctor speak all of the time, and your doctor is going to tell you all of the things that put you at risk and so forth. So I'm not talking about those people, because there is a group of people who should not take the vaccine for, obvious reasons, mixing of the way it mixes with a current medication that they may already be taking, that they need in order for their life and livelihood, or because of some other medical condition that isn't doesn't lend itself to them taking the vaccine for that reason. And the doctor will tell you, hey, yeah, this is not for you. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about Johnny sitting over here under the tree telling you all about why he should or should not take the vaccine, because now he's a medical professional, because now he is a virologist, and he knows everything to do with viruses, and can tell you all about, now he's a pharmacist and can tell you all about the medicines that they use for the vaccine and how it's going to hurt you and harm you and things like that. And then he backs that up by showing you some video he saw on YouTube of some person telling you that they got sick from taking the virus. Mind you, you never even saw the person take the virus. Mind you, you never saw the person take the virus, but they told you that they took the virus. Mind you, you don't know if the person got whatever illness from something else, not from not the virus, the vaccine, from something else. They could have already, the body could have already been dealing with that issue anyway, and it just started, and it just, the symptom just came up. It's just, I just, it's so many things that it's just, it sounds so asinine. It just sounds asinine. And some of the very same people saying that they are skeptical about the virus will then in the next breath say, oh, but why them people not wearing masks? What? You can't in one breath tell people they need to be wearing masks, and in the next breath say, but I ain't getting no vaccine. Girl, 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 girl. I'm trying. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. I'm trying to make it make sense, y'all. And I can't. Because we don't make sense of the nonsensical. I'm about to get off here in a minute, y'all. That, don't blame me. Blame Mr. Fit Brown dude, because he sent me this email with the article about the vaccine. A mess. A mess. A mess. I saw this story, Mr. Fit Brown dude. I wasn't I don't know. I mean, oh no, you're fine, Mr. Fit Brown dude. I ain't got no problem, but I'm just saying for the people who got an issue with me going in about anti-vaccine people. I was not going to talk about the vaccine today, but I got an email. And so that's why I discussed it. But it just seems so nonsensical to me. Just so nonsensical to me. I do not understand it. I do not understand it at all. But to each his own. To each his own. If you are in line to take it and don't want it, I will take. Hello, hello. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Let me help you understand something. You know what I equate it to? Um, I'm not. You know what? I'm done talking about the vaccine. Anyway, y'all, we have had a wonderful, silly Saturday. I got to get up off here in a second and go get some something to eat and then go to work. But y'all listen, I was proud of myself yesterday. I got 4 reviews out. Y'all know me getting 4 out is a rare thing and a rare feat. But we got 4 videos out yesterday, y'all. Y'all should be proud of me. Can I get some shondos in the chat? Um, and before we get out of here, I have 4 good videos out. Yes, I'm proud of myself. Once again, I didn't go into detail about the Bell Collective because I wanted y'all to go and watch the review and leave comments under the review because I really invite your commentary. Right, I was busting them out yesterday. I said, let me get some reviews out for these people. That's why I ain't go live yesterday. I want to go back and continue to watch this impeachment hearing. I know I didn't go live yesterday to do my political live, but I want to wait to the conclusion of this hearing and then go live so that we can do all of that. Um, do the talk about everything with the impeachment hearing and stuff like that and break that down. So look for that. Probably, well, I don't know how much longer it's gonna be going now because now they have opened the floor up to subpoena witnesses. So we'll see how that goes. I'm curious to see how that goes, but we'll see. I'm going back to go watch and see how this is gonna go. I'm so intrigued about it. So I'm gonna go get something to eat. And I'm gonna watch some of that before I go to work, and then I'll catch y'all later. That's all I got for y'all. Thank y'all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Y'all know I love y'all. I love on y'all. I am so appreciative, grateful, and thankful for any and all contributions that you may make to me and my channel. It does not go unnoticed, and it all goes back into making this thing better for you and making your experience better here for you all. See, I've been working. I've been cranking them out for y'all. Y'all see, I'm working. I'm working. I'm working. Child, you know Raphael Cruz and his level brand of fuckery. Don't get me started. Anyway, until next time, y'all. Until next. No. Wait. Programming note. Next Saturday, we'll have a special on location Silly Saturday. Doom, doom, doom. In Washington, D.C. There will be guests. There will be we'll have a whole cavalry of guests and people come through. We'll be on location in the nation's capital, enjoying another silly Saturday with you all, and y'all will get to see people with me and this, that, and the third. And so I am looking forward to next weekend. The festivities start on Friday. Um, yeah, the festivities start on Friday, and they will go through the weekend. So you'll probably see a few lives and video. I probably won't be doing any reviews next weekend, but we'll have some lives. Um, oh, you gonna show up? Come through. You know I got you, Mr. Fit Brown. If you show up, I got you. Trust me. You already know. Right. Also, y'all know Queen Sugar is coming back Wednesday. Listen, I am so excited. The trailer has me so excited. I saw the part that really got me was the part where Micah is supposed to be pledging or whatnot. I'm here. Queen Sugar. It looks like they're gonna talk about the pandemic. It looks like maybe because they have to close the restaurant and everything. Listen, so here for it. Look for my review of Queen Sugar probably sometime Tuesday night after. It's gonna be out before Wednesday morning. I can tell you that now. I already know that. I'm not going to bed without my review being out. So excited about that. So listen, we're slowly inching back to the regularly scheduled reviews for L1027. All our wonderful dramas and stuff. Oh, child, darling. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Kofine, or as you know, he's known as Kofi. You know, he's also known as Kofine, and all of this sexually, sexy, chocolatey goodness that's going on there. Child. Whew. So we're looking forward to that this week, and all of the other stuff that we have going on during the week. Um, yeah, I think I'm good. That's all I got for y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. That's all my announcements. I am out. We getting up out this piece.